What's going on, famous birthdays? My name's Taylor. I run Coaster Studios, a YouTube channel about theme parks and roller coasters, and this is the famous birthdays Q&A. So I got all these wonderful questions so you guys can get to know a little bit more about me. So if you could find out one thing about your future, what would it be? That's a hard one because I wouldn't want to know like when I'm gonna die because then I'd just be paranoid all the time. So I would say what I would like to know about my future is anytime it would ever be the last time I would do this. So for instance, if like I eat some food, if I could know that that'd be the last time I would ever eat it, or like this would be the last time I would ever see this person, because I think that would really kind of help make me value my experiences a bit more and live more in the present, because then I could say, okay, I know this is the last time I'm ever going to be in this location, or this is the last day I'll ever see this, my dog again. Like, I think that would make everything kind of put it in perspective for me. So, what is my biggest pet peeve? I hate slow walkers. So, I'm a very fast-paced person. So anytime I'm like walking around an amusement park or where I've got places to be, I've got things to do. So being stuck behind slow walkers, and then everyone, like, say there's just a mass amount of people and they just it's moving so slow, and I'm like, come on, let's go. Like, it's like super dumb, but I can't stand it. Which one of your accomplishments are you most proud of? That's an easy one. I hit 100,000 subscribers in August of 2018, and that was like the craziest thing for me because I've been making YouTube videos for so long, and then being able to finally hit that milestone. And I was about to ride a huge roller coaster when this happened, and so I was like, this is crazy. And now I'm like, I'm launching at 120 miles per hour, whoa. But like at the same time, I just had 100,000 subscribers. That was a crazy day. So I would say that'd be my biggest accomplishment. What is one celebrity you'd like to collab with? I don't know. I mean, there's so many cool people out there that I would love to meet and work with. But, I wouldn't say I want to meet this person the most, but in terms of like who I'd want to collab with, I'm always shooting like scenes with people in them. And so I would pick an actor that would be really good with like comedy and stuff, because a lot of the stuff that I will shoot will be kind of comedic segments. So I would say Chris Pratt. He's like the funniest dude, and I love all the stuff that he's in. Parks and Rec. I love him in Guardians, the Jurassic stuff. So he's really good on screen and can handle all the comedic lines. So it'd be so cool to have him in a video. Okay, what advice would you give your past self? That's another hard one. I would say that being different is okay. You don't need to try to fit in all the time, because when I was in middle school, I had the hardest time trying to feel included and be involved in everything. And so I would say that as I got older, I realized that being the same as everyone else is kind of boring. You want to be able to have something that's unique and different about you. So I think that if I knew that earlier, I would have been ahead of the game, because I was too busy worrying about what other people thought of me. If you could have a dream vacation, what would it be and where would you go? My dream vacation forever has been to go to Dubai. I love big cities. Every time I go to a cool city, I want to walk around downtown, go to all the cool buildings and whatnot. And so ever since I saw Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, and you had the Burj Khalifa, and they have that whole crazy Dubai scene. I'm like, that is so cool, because I just love, architecture and everything. And so world's tallest building, I'm like, I've got to go here. And so I've always wanted to go to Dubai, and that'd be the first thing I would do. But also, like, I'm an adrenaline junkie, so like I've got to go skydiving at some point. And if you look up, seriously, do this. Look up skydive Dubai. This is the most insane thing. So I wanna skydive in Dubai. It's probably so expensive, but it'd be really cool. What is something most people who follow you don't know about you? So I always, like, at my channel, I'm always going to different amusement parks and whatnot, and I never do the basic kind of amusement park stuff. Like most people who go to amusement parks, they get a funnel cake, or they're gonna ride all the water rides, go to the water park, or play a midway game. I never do any of that. I'm always there filming. I ride the roller coasters. I mean, that's my main thing, coaster studio. So I'm always doing that. But kind of your staple amusement park stuff, like all of your basic foods, like everyone who goes to amusement parks always gets like a hot dog on a stick or something like that. I hate hot dogs, but hot dogs are worst food ever. And like pizza. I don't know. I never get pizza at amusement parks unless it's like super gourmet or anything. So my amusement park experiences are always, I'd say, a little bit different than the average person. What do you find most challenging about your work, and what do you find most rewarding? Most challenging, I had to think about this one. It feels like I'm always having technology problems. Like there's always something breaking or something that like is too slow, or I have to replace something. And so there's a hard drive that crashes. I feel like this happens all the time to me. So I would say that's kind of the biggest struggle, because it's always like so frustrating whenever that happens. As for what I find most rewarding, I would say all the cool people I've met, like all my closest friends I've met because I started my channel, which is the most amazing thing to think about, that like my life would be completely different without it. So that's pretty rewarding. And then anytime I meet a fan that tells me that they met their wife or their like best friend or all these different people because of me, I'm like, what the heck? Like it's the craziest thing to think that I've had that big of an impact on people, that I've determined, people's friendships, or, how they decided to go someplace and then they met someone that day and it like changed their lives. I'm like, what the heck? I'm just some dude sitting behind a desk who makes YouTube videos. It's like the craziest thing. So that's definitely one of the most rewarding things. What are some of my favorite movies? I'm actually a film major in college, so I watch a lot of movies. But Christopher Nolan is my favorite director, so anything he's made, obviously like the Dark Knight trilogy, but also Interstellar, Inception, anything he does, he's a masterpiece. And I've always loved Star Wars ever since growing up. My favorite Star Wars film, don't hate me, it's Revenge of the Sith. The third one, I love this movie so much. That's always been my favorite Star Wars movie. And Infinity War. Everyone's on that Marvel hype right now, and man, I love Infinity War. So those are just like a few of my favorites. But I mean, there's so many movies. Oh, The Prestige. I forgot that one. Love that movie. What is one superpower you could have? That is an easy one. Teleportation. I'm always traveling, going to different amusement parks. If I could just appear wherever I wanted, or travel from one location to another instantaneously, that would be the most amazing thing ever, because then I could plan out multiple things, do multiple stuff in a day, in a week, and it would be, man, that would just make life easier, Everyone says flying, but no, teleportation, you get there faster. That one's upside down. What goals do you have for the next 5 years? So as I make different videos, as I'm studying cinema, I'm trying to get better and better. So it would be really cool to be able to work with amusement parks and manufacturers to produce videos for them that they can use as like promotional material. That's always, to me, one of the things that I want to do, because I feel like that really has an impact, that, I'm helping their business and, making their stuff look good. So that's something that I really hope to crack down on in the next 5 years, get more and more people that are reaching out to me saying, hey, can you produce something for me? That would be cool. As for like different places that I'd like to go in the next 5 years, obviously I mentioned Dubai is my dream location. So I hope to do that in the next 5 years. That'd be cool. And then also like Australia or something. There's so many cool places out there that I want to be able to get to in the next 5 years. How did you get started on your current career path? So I've always had a passion for filmmaking ever since I was in elementary school. During the summers, I'd get super bored. And so my mom was like, here, have my digital camera. Why don't you make a home movie or something? And I guess I never stopped, because I'm still making home movies today. They just have a little bit more of a production quality. So I would say that because I had that groundwork laid when I was young, I was able to just get better and better, and I never stopped. High school, that was when I started my YouTube channel, 2012. And so now up until then, I've just kept on layering that and getting better and better. I'm always striving to find out the, new techniques and things to improve. So I it's kind of crazy that what I started off doing just for a hobby has kind of turned into my full-time job. It's amazing. I'm super grateful that things have, worked out pretty well thus far. If you had to eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be? There's so much good food out there. I love seafood and I love pasta. So I would say seafood pasta. Like, okay, Red Lobster, you know how there's like the crab linguine Alfredo? That. Just or anytime there's like a crab feast at Red Lobster. Can I just eat at Red Lobster every day? Can I just say that? I just love food. This is the last one. Great last question. What are my favorite shows to watch on Netflix? Stranger Things is probably my favorite show of all time. I know it's like super basic, but seriously, guys, it's amazing. If you haven't watched it, what are you doing? I recently finished The Good Place. That is an awesome show. Black Mirror, I always walk away from that show being like, holy crap, like that, it's seriously crazy. And Arrested Development, that's a good one. But the older seasons, not the newer seasons. So I would say those are my favorite shows to watch on Netflix. So this has been Famous Birthdays Q&A. Thanks, guys, for watching, and hope you will go and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Coaster Studios. I'm Taylor. We'll see you all next time.